ever said I regretted anything for the past 7 years, even my marriage, until I met this dude.
Faith is a pathological liar. You told me clearly that we need these ladies and we have to get close to them strategically.
Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'll be reviewing episode 12 of the Real Housewives of Lagos, which is season finale for season 2. So now the episode kicks off from where the previous episode ended. You know, the fight between Lyabo and Laura, where Lyabo almost went physical with Laura, and you know, so from that scene, these are trying to separate them and just cool Lyabo down. And Mariam is just now she's one like trying to control and hold Lyabo, trying to tell her to calm down and just speaking to her in Yoruba, just basically telling her to just cool off. Like, the process of doing that, you know, she shoved Mariam, and also Tanya, who was also trying to get in between her and Laura, was also tossed aside on the couch. Like, well, everything was just looking very ridiculous at this point. I'm like, what exactly is Lyabo trying to do? What did Laura say to her that has her so triggered that would just go crazy? And on that end, you know, Laura wasn't backing down. She was still very vocal about what she was saying. And at a point, Lyabo started facing the bodyguard. I think it was Faith's bodyguard. That what does he think he wants to do to her? That if she touch her, that she's going to break bottle on his head. Everything sort of cooled down at some point. Chioma gave her speech of, despite the fact that things didn't get physical, but everybody was able to air their opinion. In that whole thing happening, Faith was trying to explain her relationship with Laura, which was something she felt she didn't owe the ladies. She didn't need to explain to the ladies, you get, because remember what happened in the previous season with Chioma and Laura, the whole friendship thing, and Chioma saying that no, Laura is not her friend, Laura is just a customer and all of that. So Faith felt it was Laura's place for her to explain to the ladies their relationship and how they know each other. And Laura, she made it known like she had explained to the ladies, but at this point, I think Faith was just tired of it all. So she just told them that, okay, myself and Laura, we've known ourselves for over 5 years. She's someone that patronizes my business. She comments, she likes my posts, this, that, everything. So we'll be talking on Instagram, but we actually met about 5 months ago, and we've been talking since then. Like, we're not best of friends, we're not the closest people, are still trying to know ourselves and trying to understand each other. She also said how she appreciates people that patronize her business and all of that. And she now made a comment of how she can see one of her pieces. She now pointed at Lyabo, and Lyabo was like, Tanya was like, which piece? The face Lyabo made was priceless. She was so lost, she was dumbfounded. Yes, you're wearing one of my neck pieces, and Lyabo was just mute, because we all know like she doesn't like Faith. So for her to be wearing one of Faith's pieces, I think she felt very embarrassed. Like, just generally just explaining, like, also how, you know, her and Yabo's daughter got talking, because she patronizes her business. They talk on Instagram and all of that. That's how she started talking and everything. So that she was just trying to let them know, you get, like, just let us end this, you people besties, call your friend, if Faith doesn't like you as much as you like her, all those kind of things. So she was just trying to clear the air once and for all. And in the process of her, you know, just explaining and just talking, Lyabo stepped out. And honestly, the back of my head, I thought when she stepped out, she was going to take off the neck piece. But she just went outside, I think, to just cool off from all the drama. I think after that, you know, they decided to go change for their evening at the pool. So everybody now left the lounge area. So, you know, Mariam, Tanya, Chioma went to meet Lyabo outside, and they were just talking to her, and Mariam was telling her that she should try and control herself. Lyabo was upset at the fact that Mariam mentioned that, you know, Laura was pregnant, that she should not have even informed her, that let her do what she wanted to do, that let Laura get to see the crazy side of her. How can she be telling her to sit down, do this one? Who does Laura think she is? Just going on and going on and going on and all of that. Then I made the comment of how it seems like that was when Laura had that in her chest. What. So the way everything ended, that their whole disputes was, Laura now said, okay, fine, that Lyabo, you've been mean to me, you've been this to me, you've been that to me, and always trying to be friendly. I was always trying to extend like grace, but you were always very mean and harsh towards me. And look, like now you don't like me, I don't like you, like that's fine, like it's okay, let's keep that energy. So that was how they concluded things were going to be. So everybody was going to be in their own lane. So on the other end, Faith and Laura were having a conversation, and Laura was still very, very upset and just saying that if Yabo thinks she can go crazy, that how to she can go crazy kind of thing now. So like, yes, that who does she think she is? That yes, she will tell her to sit down. That is it not like why is she backing? Why is she doing this? On every small thing she'll be shouting here, screaming blood. You don't know who I am. This one, that one, that one. And let her break the bottle. Let her break. Let her do what she wants to do, and all of that. And like maybe in the next season or so, maybe the production will just lock them in the room, let them both beat themselves up, and let them just fight and get it out of the system. Because at this point, Laura was just exhausted. Laura was just airing her own mind to Faith. So after that, all the ladies get changed for the pool time, and the first people to show up were Yabo, I think Chioma, Tanya, and the whole clique. And yeah, so Mariam is now back to them, part of their pack. So she's very much excited about that. So they were just there, just in the pool and just having like conversations. Then Faith and Laura join in, and so Laura wasn't just to join them in the pool, so she was just sitting at the side. Then Faith joined in, and it was very, very awkward because it's like it seemed like as soon as Faith joined in, like few moments after, Yabo got out of the pool to got out of the mini jacuzzi to go into the pool, and she was like, "Oh, it's warm." And once she said that, the rest of the pack followed afterwards. Mariam, Tanya, and Chioma both went into the other pool, which was really, really ridiculous, honestly. So Faith was just there. Then Laura came in to just dip her feet into the water, and they were just both sitting and just, I think they were eating something and just talking. Then Mariam was like, that they should come and join them in the pool. And Faith now said like, "Boy, be like you guys were all here, then you guys left. So why did you people leave when I came, like when I came into the pool kind of thing?" And trying to explain that no, that we didn't leave because of you, just talking here and there. Then somebody said fuck off. Then Faith now replied back, no, echoing what whoever said. And Tanya just had this look of, oh my gosh, why would you say that to us? Kind of thing. So it was just at this point, Faith was just done, like she was just not having it. So they were just her and Laura were there for some time, then they stood up to leave. And as we were leaving, I think the ladies were singing some nursery school rhymes. You can obviously see that they were trying making jest or making fun of Laura and Faith and just being a bit silly. And as they were going, I think Mariam was like, that Laura should come and dip her leg into water and see it's actually warm, kind of thing. And Laura goes, "Oh yes, it's warm," and she just laughs. So that laugh that Laura gave was like, this water might not actually be as warm as these people, and might not even be warm. Like they're just claiming. It just way it is like as they came in, they just left. Like they obviously because Yabo is still very pissed off with Laura. She didn't want her in her space, so she left. And the other girls followed suit, and I expect Faith and Laura to do the same thing. Like they don't have a mind of their own, sha. But that was it. So Faith and Laura just left them, and they went inside, and they were still in the pool. And then Dr. Rommel comes in to join them, and Yabo had this, I don't know, mood. She had this. She didn't want to be around Dr. Rommel. Then I think she also left. Then Dr. Rommel came and was like, "Oh, what's going on? The tension, this one, that one. I don't see Faith around. I don't see Laura around." And he just greeted the ladies, and he got into the pool, and he was like, "Oh, the pool's cold." He just at this point, I don't honestly know why Dr. Rommel is on this thing. I don't know. Is he one of the real housewives, or let's just forget about that guy because he's doing a lot. So the next morning, Chioma organizes like breakfast for the ladies, and she was first to show up. Then Tanya joins in, and they start talking. They have a conversation about Laura, like she needs to answer certain questions and all of that. They didn't understand what was going on with her. yesterday that she was always giving them peacemaker vibes, that she wanted them to settle, and for her to just go off like that, like came out of nowhere, and she needs to explain. That was just basically what the conversation was about. So as they were talking now, Laura comes in, with her white dress, her cute heels, with her pink bag. And as she was coming, Tanya made the comments of, why are you wearing heels to breakfast or what? I'm like, but like, waiting concern her heels now. Like, must you always say something? Is the heel pressing your neck? And you know how Tanya can be very sly at times. So Laura just comes in, she greets them, and she has her seat, and they just start talking, and Chioma was like, she didn't know what went on and all of that. She didn't understand what was going on with Laura. So Laura was just trying to tell her that she's just done with lyabo. Like, it's obvious, if lyabo doesn't like you, she tends to bully you, be very mean and very insulting. She doesn't want you to feel welcome. Chioma made the comment of, but you know what you did to her. And Laura was like, but if it's because of I didn't show up at her daughter's event, or I left early, but it was something like, I already apologized to her about it. And Chioma was like, yes, although, but I think she's still hot about something, 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 something. And Laura was like, yes, I showed up, but I didn't want to be there. Like, I honored her invitation. I didn't want to be there. And yes, I lied about, I made the excuse of my husband and all of that. Yes, I lied, but people lie every day. I'm not the first person to lie. You understand? I didn't cause her harm. That kind of thing. It's not a big deal. That I just feel like she just doesn't like me, and she just doesn't want me to be around. When it comes to Iyabo, Chioma doesn't. Chioma's ears are like blocks. It's like you're talking to a wall. Chioma is always going to side and defend Iyabo. So Chioma in her confession was saying that Lyabo is not a bully, that if you feel like somebody is coming for you, also have your mouth, you to come for them, kind of thing. And I'm like, Chioma doesn't really get where Laura is coming from. She's being biased because it's Lyabo, as usual. So that's just besides the point. So I think Laura, at this point, Laura just got fed up, because it's like, she's your friend and you won't obviously take my side. You won't see my own point of view. So she just ended the whole stuff. So as they were there, I think Mariam comes in with a blocked nose, and which was very funny, because for the water that they claimed was warm was something that gave Mariam cold overnight. But that's by the way. So she joins them, then Iyabo joins them, greets the ladies, and just goes to sit down. Then Laura greets her, and she responds. So all the ladies are like, "Hey, yes." Chema was like, "Oh, I love you." This. And they were just so surprised and happy that she wasn't cold towards Laura. But I'm like, it's not by that one. No." Then Faith joins them. Then Dr. Rommel also joins them. So as everybody is there, food is served. I think Chioma calls Iyabo to just like checking on her, and like from the previous episode, Iyabo went for her surgery, so now she's in recovery and stuff. So just checking in on her and just telling her how she was missed at this event and all of that. So Toyin was just like, "Oh, I'm sure you guys had fun." I was like, Chioma was like, "A lot happened. You want to hear the good, the bad, or the ugly?" Then that when the ladies are gathered, something is definitely going to happen, sort of thing. Then she was like, "Oh, she just wants to hear the good." Like, okay, we've been having fun, playing games, taking pictures. Like, in the process of that, she's now like passing the phone to the ladies just to say hi, and Mariam is at one end just making faces as usual. So just everybody just like, oh, this one, that one, just talking to the ladies, and Faith and Laura and all, and just greeting her and everything. So the conversation was just very nice. And it was nice that Chioma checked in on Toyin. So after the phone call was done, Chioma now brought up the whole fiction between Dr. Rommel and Faith, and saying that Dr. Rommel is saying one thing, and that Tanya told her what Faith had said, this one, that one. So they just want to clarify and clear the air. Then Tanya now picked it up, saying that yes, that she had spoken to Faith. Faith had told her that Dr. Rommel had so many things to say about the ladies, this, that. But her story, her timeline on their friendship wasn't adding up what she heard from Dr. Rommel. So she just wants to know. You know how Tanya, I don't even know what I want to say about her, honestly. So as she was now talking, saying what she was saying, she now turns to Faith. I'm like, she'll be pressing her phone, as if she's not hearing me now. Then Faith now turns to look at her. Then Tanya goes, "Oh, she can hear me," sort of thing, and smile. Then Faith was like, I'm not deaf. Like, if you talk to me, I will respond. Tanya was like, no, yesterday evening you were not talking to me. Wah, 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 wah. Then Faith was like, you didn't ask me something that I didn't respond to, or you didn't talk to me and I didn't answer you, kind of thing. So Tanya was just going on and on that Faith said that Dr. Rommel had said so many things about the ladies and I was going to research the ladies. Then Faith just chipped in and just said that um Tanya, if you're going to explain whatever you want to explain, then do it properly, like give accurate, detailed information. Like, I did not tell you X, Y, and Z. Open your mouth and say what exactly I told you. You get? So Faith was now like just telling her, like, if you want to talk, come correct. Say what, don't put words in my mouth, don't use blanket statements. Say what I actually said, kind of thing. Since you want to bring conversation we had out, then you bring it as it was said. Tanya was just saying wanting. Then Faye just cleared her and was like, see, like, don't make it seem like we just sat down one day and we're just talking about Dr. Rommel. Like, it was at your event. This conversation was had at your event. You know, you asked me what's going on and I said, don't talk about him, don't bring him to me and that kind of thing. And you asked me what is the situation there and I explained to you. Don't make it seem like out of the blues where I just opened my mouth and just started telling you about Dr. Rommel. You asked me a question and I was answering you. So that was just where Faith was coming from. And she was just trying to clarify the misinformation that, Tanya was putting out there. She was just telling the ladies that also that her and Dr. Rommel have been talking, I think, since December last year. They've not known themselves for years. They've not met in person. That the first time she actually met Dr. Rommel was the first meeting when she came to his clinic in Lagos. That was the first time she met him. And the second meeting she had with him, I think, was also when she was invited to his house and where he was to meet, I think, his family, or was it his friends? And she was like, do they know they are meeting me? Like, do they know are they cool with meeting me? Kind of, not that, oh, they're going to be meeting Faith Morey, kind of thing. Like, it's very weird. Like, I'm trying to get to know you, but just building a friendship and just immediately introducing me to your family or your group of friends, kind of thing. That was where she was coming from. And then thirdly, she invited Dr. Rommel to Chioma's yard sale. And Dr. Rommel said no, that she did not invite him. I'm like, is it that Dr. Rommel also having amnesia? Or he feels like us that are watching this show have amnesia? Because I'm like, they even played the clip, of where Faith was like, oh, you can come for Chioma's yard sale so you can meet the ladies and get to have a perception of them one-on-one. You get that kind of thing. Dr. Rommel said no, that she wasn't the one that invited him to Chioma's event. I'm like, okay, cool. That Dr. Rommel claims to be her friend, but he doesn't know her brother's name. He doesn't know her house in LA. He doesn't know her house in Lagos. And he has not even met her son before. But you claim to be my friend. You claim to be so close, so tight knit with me, but you don't know these things. And that's okay. This, and you always make this comment of, this is not the Faith I know. Which Faith do you know? You don't know me. We're trying to get to know ourselves. And when I noticed certain things about you, I was not interested in the friendship. From our few encounters meeting, I just knew, like, this friendship is not for me. Like, this friendship is not by force, kind of thing. Don't come and stain my white. Just stay in your lane and I'll stay in. Like, Faith was just exhausted with the whole Dr. Rommel conversation, that kind of thing. And that, yes, that he had said a lot of things, that he was actually the one that pulled up his phone to say, let's Google Tanya. Yeah, she also mentioned the thing about, the events that Dr. Rommel said it was Faith's event. Faith said that it was your event, like, you wanted to put my face. I told you to blow up your own picture in your coat and use it. You wanted to use my face. The hall that you use, you picked the hall. It wasn't my event. It wasn't like I didn't know anything that was happening. I was just to show up, that kind of thing. That you keep putting out a perception about me, keep pushing a narrative out which is not true. And I'm tired of it, kind of thing. When it came to Dr. Rommel's turn to talk, fear will no fear Dr. Rommel, honestly. This man was just spitting lies from his mouth, back to back to back. First off, he started with, Faith is a pathological liar. Basically, like, everything she said is false. That Faith met him and said that they need to be strategic about meeting the ladies, that they need to get close to Iyabo so she can get the kind of men Iyabo gets. I'm like, yeah, Dr. Rommel. Second one he now said was Faith expressed there was a power tussle or something between her and Chioma. That Chioma is a lawyer, she has a diploma in law. That Faith had always had Chioma in mind, and Faith is putting herself up against Chioma, and that she wanted him, Dr. Rommel, to back her up to finish Chioma. Yeah. What else did he say? He now also brought up the whole age thing, insinuating that Faith meant that she was not intelligent enough. Why would you ask me my age? He also said that Faith was not the one that introduced him to the ladies. Faith was not even the one that invited him to the party. That she invited him to the party and disinvited him, telling him that the event wasn't happening and that it was a mutual friend, but that was the manager, whoever it was, that he's claiming told him that that you're waiting for you at the party. I'm like, waiting for Dr. Rommel how? Whose party is it? Not Choma's party. Does Choma know Dr. Rommel? So how are they waiting for Dr. Rommel? You get like all these things that Dr. Rommel is saying is not adding up. But yeah, everybody is just sitting down there, just drinking his lies in. I feel like at this point they were looking for something to just hold on to and just use to attack Faith. Because you could see the way Iyabo's face was, Choma's face was, Tanya's face was. Everybody was just getting fed by the lies Dr. Rommel was selling to them. What else did he say? That Faith had a plan to target Iyabo, that Faith is the queen of desperation. She would do anything to get in Iyabo's good books so she can hang around her, probably get the type of men she has, and that this man is ridiculous. He now turned to Iyabo and was like, I refuse to make you a target. You are my friend. Yep. I refuse to make you a target. That one did not. That Chioma did not. I'm like, this man was just writing a script at this point. Like Faith even said, like, no, Dr. Rommel he chose the wrong profession. He should not be a doctor. He should be a script writer. In fact, he should be an actor. He's very, very dramatic. And he can take on any role. He can he was just like, I was dumbfounded because most of the things he was saying, they were putting up clips to debunk his lies. That stuff was one of the stuff about this babe not inviting him for the yard sale. There was a clip showing that Faith indeed invited him. The next one was now that Faith did not introduce him to the ladies. There was a clip showing that Faith introduced him to the ladies. He now said that no, that when he got there, Faith was on her phone. As Faith was on her phone, she didn't even pay attention to him. That he was one that had to go and introduce himself to the ladies. I'm like, they played the clip. Faith was on her phone. She stood up to hug him, introduce him to Laura, because Laura was the next person close to her. Introduced him to Tanya, was I think Mariam, and I can't remember the last person that was there. She introduced him to the ladies. And this man is saying another thing. What else did he not say? The whole that word on the street is that Chioma is not intelligent, or sometimes she is, sometimes she's not. He was the one that said it. And they played the clip. You could see how, even in the clip, Faith was trying to shut him down, like, no, that he shouldn't go low. And when Faith was saying, oh, how she met the ladies, and Chioma is actually very beautiful, and he went, oh, not as beautiful as you. Unprovoked. So, everything was just funny to watch. It was baffling because I'm like, this man is just sitting there. He's not flinching. He's not blinking. He's not stammering. He's just pushing out lies back to back to back to back. Even Faith at the point was like thinking to herself, like, is it me? Like, is it actually me he's like saying all these things about? Like, she was lost because it wasn't adding up. And like, if you are smart enough to pick up on what he's saying and read the room, you know that this guy is just spitting out lies, and these women were just drinking it in. He now faced Laura now, trying to kill whatever friendship Faith is building with Laura, saying that he's even surprised that Faith moved to Laura because maybe she feel like she couldn't go close to Iyabo, so she came for Laura because Laura is a sweet soul, telling Laura what according to him Faith had told him, that Laura is dusted, tossed out, and wasted. That was what Faith said. Haba. man is evil. Laura was now telling him that, Dr. Rommel, like, I've heard what you said, and it's not you didn't say anything nice about this. I've actually heard what you said, and I don't know, like, he could see like Laura wasn't buying into his bullshit. So she was just telling him that, why, like, basically saying that, why is he saying what he's saying? Like, why is he lying? That he knows what he said. He now faced her like, were you there? Did I say it to your face? Saying that Laura is probably hearing things. She's hallucinating. She's hearing things. She's seeing things. She's this one. She's down. And I'm like, hi. In his confession, I said something about that Laura is saying this one, saying that one. That she have evidence that did he tell her personally that Laura needs to probably see a doctor? That maybe after that, after now, he will take time to see her. What? Just making some stupid remarks, saying that Laura needs help. And mind you, when Faith was asking him all these questions, about the where do I live in LA, where do I live in Lagos, this, he didn't answer any of this. He just ignored. He didn't answer. He didn't respond. He now came with his own bag of lies to cover the truth Faith was telling these ladies. But obviously, because they don't like Faith, they're not on good terms with Faith, they would obviously all be in favor of whatever Dr. Rommel is telling them, honestly. And it was really, really sad to see. Even I just remember now when Faith was also mentioning how she introduced Dr. Rommel to the ladies, and she was like, "Oh, Tanya, you were there, like, You know, was like, she can't remember that, no, that she can't remember if Faith introduced her to Dr. Rommel." And I'm like, she was like, "No, I don't remember. I remember he was there. I was like, who is this stranger?" I was just thinking, I just wanted to get rid of this stranger. Da, 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 da. And they played the clip. Tanya on her own end was just forming amnesia. She picks when she wants to say something. She picks when she wants to remember something. I'm like, Dr. Rommel was just annoying. He was making my blood boil. I was like, ah. And it was where Faye did not even engage. It was the way Faye did not even respond. Faye did not give him the attention he was seeking from her. She just allowed him continue on with his stories of lies. So after that whole drama was done, so Iyabo now faced Faith and was like, that she heard that Faith said last night that Laura is a good friend because she buys things, she patronizes her business. Of the remark that the neck piece she wore yesterday, that she didn't buy it. And Faith was like, no, that yes, Laura patronizes my business. I'll always appreciate that. And that neck piece, that when Iyabo came with her daughter to Faith's shop or Faith's photo shoot, and Iyabo wanted to buy this, and Faith was like, no, you don't need to pay for it. That you can just tag me on Instagram. And as a green brand, and that is what I actually need. For you to tag me, it's not about the money right now. I'm trying to get in people's faces. I'm trying to push my goods out there, kind of thing. And that's yeah, was like, that's what her friend told her, was that Faith was throwing shade at her. And Faith was like, that was not even what she was saying. Then Tanya now mentioned that, oh, that to her it looked as though Faith was throwing shade at Iyabo. But now that it's good that Faith has given her own explanation. And you could see that, because at this point, Faith was about to sip her tea, so she just dropped her cup down after Tanya said the rubbish she wanted to say. And she just faced Tanya and she was like, Tanya, you're a puppet. Like, you just talk. Like, why can't you say what you want to say there? Why do you always go behind somebody's back to say what you have to say? Like, we're all gathered there. If you thought this shade thing was thrown, or if whatever it was that you saw, why didn't you say what you had in your mind to say out there? Why are you always going to the corner and instigating things here and there? Faith just cleared how, and it was actually true. Like, what Faith was saying was true. Like, okay, if you felt like I threw shade allegedly to Iyabo, we're all gathered there. Why didn't you air your mind? Why did you say what was pinching in your chest? They just had a little back and forth there, and Mariam was just living for it. Mariam was so happy. It was like, at least somebody's seeing what I'm seeing. At least I've been vindicated. Her confession, she was just so excited. That yes, even though she doesn't like Faith for this one, thank you, Faith. That yes, Faith has fired shots at Tanya. Tanya chooses when she sees something, when she hears something, and when she wants to say something. You get? So that was just it. Then Tanya was in her own confession, was saying that if me being a puppet is me being on getting along with everybody I meet, being on good terms with people, then yes, I'm a cute puppet. I was like, oh, sorry, you. So then to end the whole stuff, Chioma wasn't still satisfied because she didn't get, I feel she didn't get the reaction, or she didn't get whatever she wanted to get from Faith with the whole Dr. Rommel's drama. She now came and was saying that Faith, what Dr. Rommel said, is it true? Like those things Dr. Rommel said, you said, did you actually say them? Kind of thing. And Faith was like, it's not a yes or no kind of question. That is obviously no, you get. But she, in regards to the age thing, like she addressed the age thing, that we're just meeting for the first time, and for you, like the first thing you could ask me was my age. That you're very intelligent, you're well traveled, you're this, you're that. But it felt like for social etiquette, that's not something you ask people on your first meeting with them. That was just all Faith was saying. And this one touched a nerve with Chioma, like, we are meeting you, we're getting into the group for the first time, I'm trying to get to know people, so that's why I'm asking your age. Why are you picking an offense with your age? Are you ashamed of your age? This, da 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 da. David was saying that, okay, so you want to tell me you go around like meeting people, we ask for your name, their name, and you ask for their age as well. I don't think you do that. For someone that has an 11-year-old, I want to know your age. David was like, why are you so pressed about my age? What does my age have to do with anything? Then Chama was saying, are you ashamed of your age? You're so threatened by me. You have inferiority complex. You want to take my crown. Faith was like, which crown? Like, where from where I'm sitting, I'm not seeing any crown. You're so triggered by me. I can see veins popping out of your neck, and you're telling me you're not pressed by me. Chama and I was saying, no, you are the one I can see veins all over you. In fact, you are a vein. This Faith had their time today. Faith, honestly, she had their time today. Just telling her that, why are you so interested in my age? What does my age have to do with anything? You get, like, why are you so concerned about my age? In all honesty, like, why is she? What is her business with Faith's age? If she's 100 years old, yeah. If she's 2 years old, how that one concern you? The way these women were just acting this season was ridiculous. In Chioma's confessional, Shona saying that in this life, in the next life, in the blah 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 future life, Faith cannot talk to her with her mixed accent. I'll be waiting. Now Chioma talks at times to sort of belittle someone. That was what she was saying in her confessionals. And in Faith's own confessionals, she was saying that for Chioma should not put Faith Morey and inferiority complex in the same sentence. It doesn't even work. That kind of thing. So that whole, I think that was how this season ended. This episode ended, and Chioma did her whole thing of I feel we got all what we wanted to get from the trip, and everybody just saying what's on their chest, and everybody knowing where they stand with each other. And that was it for the season finale, episode 12, season 2 of The Real Housewives of Lagos. If you watch this, just tell me what you think in the comment section about Dr. Rommel. Like, I honestly don't know why they give Dr. Rommel so much screen time. Why are we watching Dr. Rommel go and do his meditation by the beach? Abi by the pool? Why are we watching? Why do we have to watch that? He now has his own special scene, his own confessionals. Is he a housewife? Like, that thing pisses me off every time when I have to see Dr. Rommel on the TV screen alone. Like, it's better when he's with everybody else. At least he can hide. But having to see him and talk. Oh, but that man is despicable. He can lie. He's a liar. Like, I don't understand though. We are not friends. Day your day, make I day my day. He doesn't want. So he prefers to go around tarnishing Faith's image, or try and put fire between Faith, lyabo, Faith, Chioma, Faith, Laura. Why? And honestly, I feel like at this point, these women should obviously know and realize that this man has just been lying through his teeth throughout the time, throughout this whole season. He has been lying. And if they still feel and believe that Faith is their enemy, then I'm sorry for them. Because that would actually just prove that they are all threatened by Faith. They all have inferiority complex towards Faith. Because honestly, what did Faith do today? What can they say Faith has done wrong? Let them name one thing, then would all understand. But no, Faith hasn't done anything to them. From the first meeting with these ladies, when somebody is stepping on her train and doing this one and doing that one, the environment wasn't welcoming. It was very toxic, like Faith mentioned. Honestly, it was very toxic. Meeting these ladies wasn't a nice outcome. I think the only person that even tried to get to know Faith or warmed up to Faith was Toyin. Every other person just had a perception. They just had this thing of how she has to come humble, has to come into the group, has to come into the kingdom humble, bring yourself down, meet Queen Mother, and then you meet the rest of the pack, and you do this. They didn't expect her to be so outspoken. They didn't expect her to be so confident. They didn't expect her to be who she is. And honestly, I can't wait for the reunion because I would like to see them address a lot of things. I would like to see how they would feel now knowing what they know now. You get, because nah, these women, wahala, wahala. The show gave us what it was supposed to give us. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you for watching. Give the video a like, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.